Yo, what's up guys? So some new Yu-Gi-Oh cards just got announced. We have a new archetype coming in. It looks like it's going to be a fusion archetype, but most importantly, they revealed their general boss monster. I'm actually curious to see where this deck goes, because sometimes they just reveal an archetype, but they don't have a boss monster, so not too many people get too excited about it. But Eita, the Sun Magician, is also announced over here. But if you guys are excited about new Yu-Gi-Oh cards, drop a like on this video, because I'm excited about some new archetypes, hopefully coming pretty soon. So anyways, this is Yubi, the Souten Fists over here, so new archetype, level 4 light warrior effect monster, and here's the zoomed up artwork with 1800 attack and 1000 defense points. And his effect is that you can only use his card's first and second effects once per turn each. The first effect is you get to target one Souten monster you control, destroy it, and if you do, add one Souten spell from your deck to your hand. The second effect is if a face-up Souten fusion monster or monsters you control that was fusion summoned by using an effect monster or monsters is destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effect, and this card is in your graveyard, you get to add this card to your hand. Okay, that's okay-ish effect. We'll have to really see the boss monsters to make up our mind on that. But decent little card, you do have to kind of neutralize the minus somehow, right? But anyways, next up we have the, I'm gonna, bust out Google Translate for this name. Kokoku of the Souten Kicks. It is a level 3 light warrior effect monster, and it's got 800 attack, 2000 defense points. And it says you can only use this card's name, first and second effects once per turn each. The first effect is if a face-up Souten monster you control except for itself is destroyed by battle or by card effect during your opponent's turn, you get to special summon this card from your hand, then apply this effect. Destroy one Souten monster you control, and if you do, special summon one Souten fusion monster from your extra deck. What, you just get anyone you want? That's insane. It doesn't say like level 4 or lower or whatever the case may be. That's insane. But we'll have to wait and see if they can all be special summoned via this effect. And then if this card is normal or special summon, you get to add a Souten trap from your deck to your hand. Okay, so they already have search spells, they already have search traps, and get out whatever fusion monster you want, apparently. Next up, we have Gaya of the Souten Fist. So this is one of their more powerful monsters over here. It looks like it's a light 2100 attack, 1500 defense points. Gaya of the Souten Fist. Materials are 2 Souten monsters. It says you can only use this card's name first effect once per turn. This first effect says if this card is special summoned, you can target one attack monster your opponent controls and destroy it. And it says also this card cannot attack directly for the rest of the turn, but if you summon during your opponent's turn, it doesn't matter anyways, right? The second effect is while you control a Souten fusion monster that was fusion summoned using an effect monster as material, Souten fusion monsters you control gain 300 attack and defense. 2400. That's a little bit weak. It would have been like better if it was like each one you control, but let's wait and see if the other card's a little bit better here. So this card looks really cool. Wow, she got some big personalities. Wait, or is that a single piece of armor? I don't know, but drop a like on it if you like anime girls with big personalities. But 1700 attack, 2100 defense points. The Gaya of the Souten Kicks. So 1721 requires 2 Souten monsters. You can only use this card's name, second effect, once per turn. First effect is if a Souten fusion monster you control would be destroyed by a card effect, you get to destroy one other Souten monster you control instead. The second effect is during the main phase, if you control a Souten fusion monster that was fusion summoned using an effect monster as material, quick effect, you get to target one face-up monster that was special from the extra deck, negate its effect until the end of the turn. Because their stats are so low, unless you have both of them, I guess the fusion's getting 300, so it's 2000? Like, it's still too low. If this effect said you can target one face-up monster that was special from the extra deck, negate its effect, maybe either destroy it and negate its effects, or just flip it face down, or it can't attack or something, it just makes it so much better, because again, just negating its effect might not be enough with the small amount of stats that this card does technically offer. But they got their general. Is this going to be a boss monster that's good enough? That's the real question. So we got YuGiOh, Heavenly General of the Souten. So level 8 light warrior fusion effect monster, 3000 attack, 1700 defense points, and its materials are Yubi of the Souten Fist plus 2 Souten monsters. So 3 cards, or I guess like technically 4, because you'd have to use 2 to make, of course. Let me double check this. UB, or it was UB, okay, UB is like this one, okay, never mind. I thought it required the fusion. So it requires specifically this one and 2 other Souten monsters. So 3 cards is what the materials are for it. So you can only use this card named third effect once per turn. The first effect is if this card attacks or is attacked, your opponent can't activate any cards or effects until the end of the damage step. The second effect is at the end of damage calculation, that this card attack, you get to return 1 monster opponent controls to the hand. The third effect is when a spell/trap card or effect that targets this card on the field is activated, and you control 2 or more fusion monsters as a quick effect, you get to negate the activation. Oh my gosh, the requirement's way too much for this boss monster. So I have to use 3 monsters to make this card. Then I have to have 2 or more extra fusion monsters. I guess, I'm hoping it counts itself. It doesn't say like excluding this card or something. So, and another fusion monster. That's like basically 5 monsters at minimum, right? Unless we get like soul charge, in which case, yeah, that doesn't count. But that's a huge requirement, and only when it targets. I just feel like, I mean, yeah, you got the ancient gear effect. It's just too mediocre because I mean, at a damage calculation, maybe bouncing back, like you need to go way more plus, I think, to make it more viable. But let's wait and see the spell and traps, because remember that you have searchability with adding a spell or trap, or technically with the UB over here. If the fusion monster goes away, you're able to go ahead and add this card back to hand. So you can maybe, I guess, not go as minus, but again, I'm thinking that this deck is, it's not as good as I would like to be, but let's see the spell and trap. So first off, the first support card is a spell card that's called the Souten Calling. It's a normal spell card. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. First effect is discard a card, and if you do, spell summon as many Souten Spirit tokens, Warrior Light, level 2, attack 0, defense 0 as possible to your field. Also, for the rest of the turn, you cannot spell summon monsters from the extra deck except for fusion monsters, and you cannot tribute tokens you control. And all tokens you control are destroyed during the end phase. Then you can apply this effect up to 2 times. 2 times to fusion summon 1 Souten fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters you control or have in your hand as material. That's still kind of minus at the end of the day. If it was like, yo, use it from the deck like Shadal's, like, we have a lot more potential, right? There's no real negation with this. I mean, yeah, they can't use anything when you go and attack and it bounces back 1, but it has to be a spell or trap effect that targets specifically this card too. It's not just targets anything on the field. I don't know how OP this deck's going to be, but this has some potential again if you go ahead and use it right and get a lot of pluses off of it. Next up, we have 2 as 1. This is the zoomed up picture of 2 as 1. This is the field spell for them, but it's not part of the Souten in the text. Anyways, field spell card, you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. It says you can only use this card's name second effect once per turn. The first effect is when this card is activated, you get to add 1 Souten monster from your deck to your hand. And if you control a Souten effect monster, you get to spell summon 1 Souten Spirit token, Warrior Light, level 2, 0 attack and defense. Also, you can't spell summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except for fusion monsters. So they're both the same as far as the tokens. So this is supposed to be like a token archetype. Unfortunately, you cannot splash these on everything because they limit you just specifically to going for the fusion monsters. But if there's any splashable tech, let me know in the comment section below. Next up, though, we have the next spell, which is a quick play. I love the artwork, by the way, on these cards. Next up is the Souten Exorcism. This is a quick play spell card that says you can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn, target 1 Souten monster you control, and 1 card your opponent controls, and destroy them. Then, if you destroy a Souten fusion monster you control, you can apply one of these effects. Draw 1 card. Banish 1 card from your opponent's graveyard. What? I feel like these effects are just so mediocre. Yeah, you get to pop 1, and if they're destroyed, you maybe get another plus over there. But it has to be a fusion that you destroy to gain that other effect of just, what, draw 1? Why not just play another card? I mean, I guess you can maybe dodge something if your opponent tries to mind control or something. You get rid of that. If it was like draw 1 card, then special summon like another card, that special summon the card you destroyed or another copy of it. Like, it needs a lot more pluses. I feel like this deck, at least at first glance, is super, super underwhelming, but we got some more cards to check out, so maybe this will make up for it. Anyways, new trap card. Normal trap card, Souten returns. You can only activate 1 card with this card's name per turn. Target 1 Souten monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Then, if you special summon a monster with an original level 4 or less, you can just special summon 1 Souten Spirit token, Warrior Light, level 2, 0/0 for the stats. Next up, we have the Souten Souten's Duty over here is the zoomed up artwork on this card. Normal trap card that says you can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. During the main phase, banish a Souten spell and trap from your graveyard, except for Souten's Duty. This card's effect becomes that card's effect when it activates. At least you can take the spell. That is going to be interesting to see, you know, what people can come up with some of the quick play. But at the end of the day, you're not going that plus with the archetype. So I was really excited. I feel like the boss monster requires too much to go ahead and go for what I would consider a mediocre effect for a boss monster in an archetype. I think they need a lot more to make it even remotely interesting for people to be incentivized to play this. But those are my thoughts. Let me know yours down below in the comment section below. But it ain't over. We still got another card. Eita the Sun Magician. Earth level 4 Spellcaster, 1500. You can only use these cards, each of these cards' first and second effects once per turn. If this card is normal, summoned, or flipped face up, you can dispose of one Spellcaster monster with 1500 defense from your hand or deck, except for Eita the Sun Magician in face down defense position. Second effect is during your opponent's main phase, you get to change one face down Spellcaster monster you control to face up attack position or face up defense position. Oh, maybe you can prop the Shaddolls? That'd be interesting, although it's like Earth, so it's kind of like to play it for the light and darks. Then unless it might be some card that people consider. You know what? When I heard that there was Eita Sun Magician, I was honestly thinking of like Sun and Moon Dragon support, and I was like, oh sweet, dude, they're getting some more support because they did make new support, but the new support was not good enough. I mean, speaking of not good enough, our Souten brothers, I feel like they're the same category, but I like her though. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that arm was questionable. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new here, subscribe, turn that bell so you don't miss out on more new Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And if you want to send me in some replays of this, maybe there's some broken combo, send it to AzneyesReplays@gmail.com. But I don't think the deck is that great, at least as of right now. But wait and see. I'll catch you guys next one. Peace.